Okay, I'm going to switch to a few robot articles because I thought some of these were kind of cool or scary. Let's switch over to this one. Insect-sized jumping robot can traverse challenging terrains and carry heavy payloads. This thing, it can traverse challenging terrains and carry heavy payloads. So this was done by MIT. Insect-scale robots can squeeze into places their larger counterparts can't, like deep into a collapsed building to search for survivors after an earthquake. However, as they move through rubble, tiny crawling robots might encounter tall obstacles they can't climb over or slanted surfaces they will slide down. While aerial robots could avoid these hazards, the amount of energy required for flight would severely limit how far the robot can travel into the wreckage before it needs to return to base to recharge. To get the to get the best of both locomotion methods, MIT researchers developed a hopping robot that can leap over tall obstacles and jump across slanted or uneven surfaces while using far less energy than an aerial robot. So this thing jump. It can jump 20 centimeters into the air, or 4 times its height, at a lateral speed of about 30 centimeters per second, and it has no trouble hopping across ice, wet surfaces, and uneven soil, or even onto a hovering drone. That's insane. Now, I thought this was really cool, and I really like the idea of having these tiny robots that are programmed to go in and save lives, for example, or like exactly the example they gave here. Go into a collapsed building, search for survivors after an earthquake. That's great. Um, can anybody think of any negative uses? Just can anybody think of any negative ones? Everything has a negative, doesn't it? But still, I'd still think this is cool. Um, just saying. I have another kind of same line, along the same lines, robot one. Here we go. Magnetic micro robot swarm enables 3D imaging of vascular networks. How would you feel about having micro robots in your blood? Magnetic micro robots. How would you feel? So essentially what they've done here, this is from here we go. Shenzhen Institute of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics for Society and the Chinese University of Hong Kong. So they just pump these magnetic robots that just go through your vascular system. And the intent here is that the machine outside, so you can kind of see the machine, scanning you on the outside, will zoom in on the magnetic robots because the magnetism will kind of indicate where it should look. And they can discover issues with like your blood flow, for example. Now, I kind of had a thought about this, which is if you're at the point where you have something serious like a blockage, for example, you're probably not going to care too much that you have magnetic micro robots in your blood. Your priority concern will be fix the blockage, find it and fix it. Okay, so like it's weird to have magnetic micro robots in your blood, but if you're at the point where your life is on the line, you're probably going to be like, just do whatever you need to do. And if this actually helps, then good, it helped. But it's weird. It's a little weird. And I don't know how to say this. And I think I'm just gonna try and avoid saying this in full. But I think some of you in chat, based on previous conversations we've had offline, are going to understand where I'm going with this. I just have to find the correct wording so I don't get in trouble here. Hang on. Hang on. I got this. I can do this. Can you imagine other injections that might have magnetic micro robots in them in the future without you knowing about it?